Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Maryland Terrapins taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Terrapins will kick it away first. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Wisconsin's offense will get the first possession of the game. And there he is, a man who makes an entire stadium hold its breath every time he touches the ball, Jesse.
This defense better have a lot of breath in this game, too, because he gets better as the game goes on. He's the kind of guy, David.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. On first down, here comes this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
To throw, it's Lawrence. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So Maryland's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. And the Terrapins in the hurry-up.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feet. Understanding where the holes are in the zone, or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to run it. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Splits the uprights, good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll try the run. Good blocking, good running. Pick up at 6 out to the 30.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it third and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dances away from the heat. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Badgers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play call.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Bob.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
To the air, it's Hawkins. Got the back over the middle.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible. And sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out.
And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Looking to go up top on first down. It's complete. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Maryland! Follow the blockers. The offensive bye will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Farmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? Quarterback checking off. Looking downfield, it's Lawrence. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line, it's Vaughn.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. They'll have to get it to the 37 on third down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Badgers look to keep this drive humming. Going up top on first down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and it gets the ball back for its own. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys left.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Terrapins are in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. This is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that first down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
Dances away from one. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense, because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
Looking to throw, it's Lawrence. Moving away from pressure. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Spits it out to the back. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. He finds his man. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. And the Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play.
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop.
Gets away from one, finds some space. Got a lot of room to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. The Terrapins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Steps away to find some room. Short gain on the play before he slides. They'll immediately call timeout. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He's looking to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So loud it's rattling your fillings on 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Catch in the middle, it's McGee. And tackled here by the defense. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that 1st down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those 3rd down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch at the 20. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a space. And he is sacked as the defense adds a little emphasis to wrap up this first half. And now in the most bizarre of spots, here comes the field goal kicker. And this will be a 41-yarder coming up from the right side. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Wants to throw. It's Hawkins. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pulls it and fires to the left. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Here's the handoff. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
All right, they showed this in the first half, right? Loaded up, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Come back now, pull some guys, go the other direction, have success. Great job by the coaching staff.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing, keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your steps. QB won that battle, and now you got another chance, 1st and goal. Get your mind right. Let's hold him to a field goal.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. They're going to run it. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
Man, it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last run, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking downfield, it's Hawkins. Caught. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off it.
Open runway ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Terrapins racing to the line in a hurry-up.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Terrapins will try to punch it in on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Maryland! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw on first down. Floating away. He'll pull it down and run. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Man, what a nice run by the QB. Great job exploding, getting upfield, and then smartly getting out of bounds. And, man, how hard is it to stop an offense with a guy at the quarterback spot that's so dynamic?
The RPO, fire complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Motion from the offense. To the air, it's Lawrence. Gonna take a shot. And he's got it at the 10. Touchdown, Wisconsin. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute, build this lead a little bit bigger, put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
To the air on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Got some of the work done on first. Now let's see what they have on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Terrapins will snap it on first and 10. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Third and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Looking to throw, it's Lawrence. Lofts one high and deep. A full dive to haul that one in. The Badgers headed quickly to the line.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Go to the end zone. It's picked up.